I'm Miles.
I'm Aaron. We're from Saturn, and I'm gonna get into some pre-show rituals. For me, it's pretty basic. I play drums, and so it's like a very physically demanding instrument, obviously, especially for this style of music. So I warm up for a good like 45 minutes, hour before the set. Metronome practice, just like playing on a pad. But aside from that, because that's sort of like an obvious thing as far as warming up goes, I do a lot of stretching. And then I'll take pre-workout before I go on stage. Pre-workout, yeah. It's something to where I just, it gets you a little more amped and get like your blood flowing a little bit. Obviously, it's a caffeinated sort of drink. But it makes me not have to focus so hard on like playing the intense music, and it like kind of puts that in the background, and I can just rely more so on muscle memory. And then just like, like once the pre-work and I'm just like kind of amped kicks in, I'm able to, like be more of a showman on stage and like focus on that versus just being kind of like boring and nailing parts, but like I see so many drummers, especially in this style of music, they nail it and they're like such great drummers, but they're so boring to watch, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's more or less my pre-show ritual. Nothing too crazy, just simple. Stretch for sure though, that's uber important.
Yeah. Absolutely, same thing kind of goes for me. I stretch fingers, wrist, arm, everything from like basically here down. I stretch out to make sure I can play well. Warming up, doing just like chromatic exercises, scale runs and such. I usually try to find hot water in the venue too to get my hands warm. I'm kind of a cold guy. I usually like just ice cold hands, and it's hard to deal with. So I do that, and then it's like Aaron was saying with the pre-workout. It's either one of two things for me. I'll have like a beer before the set. Or, if I'm like really tired, I'll have an energy drink or coffee. So it's one of the two things, and both kind of produce a similar out thing, because if I'm really, hyped up, have a drink, kind of mellow out, ready to go on the stage. Or if I'm exhausted, a Red Bull. And then I play the show and just try to have as much fun as I can and meet my threshold of mistakes. I try to keep very little every night. That's my pre-show ritual. Just try not to stress. The more you stress, the worse you're going to play.
Yeah, that's honestly the biggest thing, is just like, take it seriously, but don't freak out about it, man. Just it's a show and go have fun.
Oh yeah.